Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. What would you call a person who gets lied to by another person many times, and the person still believes the liar? Stupid? Unless that person has an advantage somewhere and puts up with a liar, then that person is a dumbass. Well, this is with people who trust the government. The same thing. Why? Because the government, as the mass media, and all of us, we lied. We lie and probably will lie in the future. So a little bit of skepticism, to say the least, is needed when you're dealing with the government. And I said a little, just it's an understatement. Why? Because the grave consequences of the government's lies got us, for instance, in Vietnam War. Remember the Gulf of Tonkin incident? Okay, study that if you're not familiar with that. That's one example. The other one could be the Iraq War, invasion, bombardment, destruction of that country. Again, so they lie. Now, when someone lies, that means doesn't have kind of an honor or loses part of the honor that maybe that person or entity built. In this case, the government. The government, when they attack some of your rights, you could be assured that they will continue to get more or want more and want more. Because the question is, why not? It's like a rapist. Did it 3 times, what do you think is going to stop? That's why we incarcerate and keep them away. Now we have this guy in California, the governor, with the idiot politicians over there, and they instituted some new gun control laws. Control meaning we're going to control your gun ownership and how you use it, and we're going to tell you when to use it, where to use it, how to store it, and all that. Why? Why would I trust those guys to be in control of my safety? I give them as little as I can. So let me show you. We have here this guy. Look at this picture. Look at him and look at her. She's so mesmerized by this guy, and he's like, oh my God, I'm so attentive. I'm paying attention. Yes. This is how you make, my friends, propaganda. Creating this false narrative that this guy's handsome guy with that pretty woman over there. No, they're attentively listening to you, and they're going to solve problems for you. How? Being in control and getting more control. Because remember, the government, you can consider it a bully, and a bully increases the pressure. Now, new gun control laws in California ban firearms from most public places. So these guys decided that they say, no, you can't have your gun over there, you can't have it over there, you can't have it over there. Now, for people who agree with that, remember, they take on the guns. Tomorrow they can take on your bicycle or your stupid soybean latte that you drink, or something that would hurt you, or something that you think you have a right, and they will infringe on that. Make it smaller, 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 and then only then you're going to jump up and say, wait a minute, government good or government bad? Too late. A principled person will fight for other people's rights, for the right of the human beings, rights. Anyway, so this guy not only is banning firearms from most public places. Remember, they start with public places. What do you think could stop them from saying you cannot carry let's say your weapon in public, but only 1 day a week? For safety reason. This is gun control for safety. That's why for the common good. And the idiots will go along with that. Now, what if after that they say, you can't carry it in the public. You can own it and you can carry it in your house, but not outside of your house. What if they then say, you know what? We're going to tax the gun manufacturers so much and the ammunition companies that produce ammunition so much that, let's say, a bullet is going to be $5,000 and a handgun will be $100,000. They don't infringe on your right to own one. The problem is, can you own one? So I will make it smaller, your right to own guns and carry them, smaller based on the taxation availability. If they want tomorrow to destroy the whole combustion engine cars and industry, they can do it. Tax the fuel or the cars manufacturers. Tax them, I don't know, 50,000 times more than they are right now, or percent. And they're going to get to a price that you can't afford it. Therefore, you're not going to buy it. But on the same time, provide incentives, which is tax breaks from all of us, buying another product. So you're obviously going to get rid of that. You can't touch it. And you're going to go on this one. And then they will make some opinion polls and some statistics saying, see, the public got it. They're, the global warming conscious, man, they understood. The public doesn't like combustion engines anymore. They like battery or whatever. Why? They don't tell you how they got to that point. They didn't point. They don't put the process a product in front of you on equal terms. No, they destroyed one through regulations and taxation, and they helped the other one, the other product. Now, what's that? Unfair competition, governed by the government, to put it that way. So let me show you here. So in the name of common good and prevention, they can tell you, you know what, you can have only one gun because you have two guns, you have two hands, you can produce more damage. Not the law-abiding citizens. All of us. Now let's go back to this guy and then jump to the next slide, which is Constitution of the United States. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. You know what infringe means? When I went to the definition, that was in 1828. I couldn't go further back than that. Webster Dictionary 1828, and they tell us about the infringe. Infringe is a verb, transitive verb, Latin infringo. All right, and it says to break as contracts, to violate either positively by contravention or negatively by non-fulfillment or neglect of performance. To break, violate, transgresses, to neglect to fulfill or obey as to infringe a law, to destroy or hinder. All these things tell me that what this guy is doing, not there, but here, is not doing that. You say, well, some regulation is needed. Well, it's needed, but you give the control to whom? To the guys who are part of a problem, necessary evil. Remember that? So, yeah, remember, these guys can, if they want, in the name of common good, not completely destroy your ability to own guns. You can own it if you're a millionaire or you have money to hire protection, security guards. You can do it, but you don't. But it's free for all. It's like my father told me when I was a child, when I asked him about, I can't remember how old I was, 13, maybe 12, what's the difference between communism and capitalism or something like that? Or what's going on with the economy? Or I think it was something like that along those lines. And she said, well, the difference is that here we have the money, but we don't have the products. Over there, you got the products, but you don't have the money. Kind of like that. I'm just paraphrasing. In a way that in communist times, you had the money, you have the currency, you're paid, but you couldn't buy stuff. There were not stuff to buy. Whereas in the West, there's a lot of stuff around, but you don't have the money to buy. So the same here. They will allow you. They will allow you to own guns and to bear guns, to carry guns, but only in your basement from 1 a.m. to 1:30 a.m. on Tuesdays in odd years. If it's raining only. They can make it like this. You're crazy. They can make it like this however they want. Don't allow a bully to stop his bullying tactics with the first one. Stop it there. Don't let it. If you don't stop it at the first attempt, 100% the bully would come with more and more and more. The government is a bully. It's going to do this. Why? Because it's about power. You got idiots like this guy right here. Look at him. Who, in the name of good, supposedly, he doesn't really care. He's got armed guards. Don't fool yourselves. All right? And this guy, in the name of good, he is going to keep us safe. I don't want those guys to keep me safe. I want the police to keep me safe, and I want myself to keep myself, to be able to keep myself safe. I don't want to call the police to come when someone enters my house. What if I don't have time? Why don't I have the phone with me? But I have something else with me. Should I? I you don't have anything. I'm going to fight the five invaders. Let's say I go somewhere with my family and you have some idiots attacking all of us. What am I supposed to do? Call the police in the middle of of nowhere? I need an equalizer. Let's put it this way, to deter them. And if they know I can't have that, they will be more prone to try. Like if you know that people have concealed weapons, on them, and you go to a shop to rob people, out of 100 people over there, how many might have? 50? And you say, hey, everybody, here's a robbery. Boom, 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 boom. All right? I'm not promoting that. I'm only promoting my right to bear the gun since I don't have I didn't commit any crimes. I'm a law-abiding citizen to carry it wherever I want and whenever I want, including churches or governmental institutions and everything. Oh man, my God, you're crazy. Well, if you don't want, you don't carry it. I want it, I want to carry it. I'm a law-abiding citizen. You have no reason to infringe my right to do anything I want with that gun, since I don't hurt anybody. Prevention, I can prevent you from anything. How? I keep you in the basement. I put you in a camp. You're going to be safe in the camp. I provide you water, bread, and shelter. Sometimes heat, sometimes not air conditioning. And you're going to work. And you're going to be safe. I'm providing you with all that. You're going to be safe forever, but not free. You have to ask me for everything you want to do. Now, how is that? Oh, it's an exaggeration. Well, it's an exaggeration. Look where we started and where we are right now. Do you think that in 1800s these guys ask the American people, "Oh, excuse me, sir, how many bullets you got over there? How much how do you call it, powder you got? How many rifles or whatever muskets you own, sir? You're riding your horse too fast. You infringe other people's accidents. You're gonna get in an accident." And do you think that was the question then? They would have fuck off. Oh, sir, are you on a horse? You're riding a horse. You need a helmet and elbow pads and pussy pads. Do you think that? Why? How did we get to this? Control and a pussified society that's scared for its fucking shadow. But hey, they know shit and they vote. They have a lot of opinions without knowing shit. I met a lot of these people telling you this. They have an opinion on things, but you ask, okay, how did you get to that conclusion? Since CNN did not tell them, or just CNN or MSNBC gave them just a few quotes, they used that. They didn't make a connection between those. They say, okay, let me think about it, meditate about it, figure it out. They didn't do that. Oh, CNN said this is wrong. Fuck guns, violence, and we're gonna prevent. With prevention, you get in people's life, you don't let them leave. With prevention, I worked with prevention in certain kind of institution, and I know how prevention got to that point where really they wanted to control everything you were doing to prevent something from possibly happening. I don't want you to get in an accident. Don't go outside Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. And when you go on Sundays, just go right here a little bit for about 35 seconds. I prevented you from being hit by a helicopter that might fall on you. All right? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.